Welcome to the Board of Health. Today is Monday, February 9th, 2026, 6 p.m. Today we're having our regular meeting here at the first floor meeting room 2 at Town Hall meeting. Excuse me. Roll call.
Charles Paul Serene, Vice Chair.
And Todd Snow, clerk, here.
Dr. Christian Roman Ramirez, Chairman. Let's go to our agenda. 1.2 septic systems for review. 1.2.1 249 to 51 Main Street upgrade with LUAs is continued on our next meeting on the 23rd. 1.2.2 at 10 West Elm Street upgrade with LUAs continue on 2/23, and 1.2.3 41 Brookline Street upgrade with LUAs continued at 2/23. And for business, we have 1 Hayes Drive septic upgrade with, issued by Agent Rick McCalf outside of meeting. This septic system, Rick, can we, the issue that we had with the people related to this septic system is that there were,
Sure, yeah, so I'll go over it and I'll show you guys the plan too, just so you kind of know what's going on out there. So they had a failing system they were looking to upgrade. It's involved with an estate and they're under time constraints to settle the estate. And so they were on the agenda where we canceled it at the, was it January 23rd, is that what it was? And then they got pushed to this one, and due to their time constraints, they had asked if we could take a look at signing something at a meeting. So it was a straight upgrade. They weren't requesting any variances or local upgrade approval, so it was in full compliance. I talked to Christian about it, and he gave me the okay to sign a permit at a meeting, which I ended up doing. But this is the system as it was approved. So it's Hayes Drive, which is off of Reagan Road. Not too many houses out there, but served by Town Water. They're proposing a 1,500 gallon 2-compartment septic tank, a 1,000 gallon pump chamber that'll pump up to this 15 by 30 leach field. And again, no variances, so I did issue that, and they've already started installing it.
Okay.
So the only reason we did the exception was because of the time constraints, but other than that, I prefer to bring things to the board.
Okay.
And the situation is that because our next meeting was on the 9th, they had the time constraint that they needed to start it before that. So that's why I had made the decision on approving it and having Rick sign it off on behalf of the board. But usually, in normal circumstances, we would pass over to our board member, but because there was this time constraint and there's business going on, that's why I had moved forward with his recommendation and his expertise on approving the septic system on 1 Hayes Drive here in Townsend.
Do we have to sign anything today here?
Nope, so I issued it. It was more of just an FYI because we did it outside of a meeting.
Okay, okay. Do you have any issues?
Sold.
Sold, all right.
Okay, now let's go to 1.4 156 Baker Hill Road Manure Management Plan.
Barker.
Barker Hill Road Manure Management Plan. So Carla, tell us about, we have the manure plan here. Can we read it?
You can. Rick is usually the person who does an inspection if there's something wrong, so if you'd like to read a little bit about what it is, because I don't know if the board has had manure
I think this might be the
management
first one we've
plans.
done
I think
with
it
this
might,
board,
yeah.
yes. So,
Go ahead, Rick.
So they, you'll fill this application out. So I guess just to go back to the origin of it, there's a Mass General law that says that if you're a town of over 5,000 people, you're required to get a stable license from the town in order to have horses on the property. And so at some point in the past, prior to me and Carla, the board decided that they would require a manure management plan before they would issue a stable license. And so this is the application that was created. They filled it out. Appears that this one's going to be a private stable, so they won't be boarding house horses. And
And they have 2 animals according to the application.
yeah, so 2 horses.
2, yep, horses, yep.
And they're approximating that their manure production will be 80 pounds per day, and that they're gonna spread 40 pounds per day on the fields on the property. And then if there is excess, then it will be taken by Metrano. And I know some people have used them in the past to remove manure from their properties. And so the place for manure management, they have half of the manure produced each day will be evenly spread across a 1.5 acre pasture. The remaining half will be composted in a pile more than 100 feet from our well and neighbor's well. If the composting of manure proves to be too much, we will hire Metrano to remove the remaining manure on a monthly basis. And then they provided a plan showing where they plan to have everything. So with the boards in the past, the biggest concerns were wetlands, well, and septic systems. So they wanted to make sure that typically there was a 100-foot offset between the manure composting site and the well. Based on this sketch, they're providing 114 feet between the well and the composting site. And then we looked at they would have the septic system in the area where they're going to have the pasture, just the compaction of the soil from the horses, and then just mixing materials. It could be problematic for the septic system. It doesn't appear that that's what they're proposing. In this case, the septic system's up in the front near Barker Hill Road, and the shelter and pasture area is out in the back of the property. And there aren't any wetlands involved, so it seems like it meets the requirements that we've kind of looked for in the past. But it's again the first time that you guys have looked at one of these, so if you have any questions or additional concerns that you want us to look at in the future and on this one, then let us know.
Well, I like how it is proposed here, right? I mean, there's no neighbors around that this will be affecting, right?
So they have abutters on each side, but from the abutter, Brian McQuaid and Diana Morrow, it's 129 feet from the manure compost site to the
Okay.
property line, and then on the other side, 100 feet to the property line. And so they're in excess of 100 feet away from any of their well and et cetera.
All right.
Is there a certain number of animals they can have on a piece of property?
There's not, so I mean, there's not really a set of regulations that goes along with this. It's more of a procedural thing. So this is how it's been done, but there's not a set of regs that says that this is what it is. These are the offsets that have to be met. I know the board, maybe, 5 or 6 years ago, or maybe a little bit less than that, had approached town council to talk about potentially writing some regulations that would cover agricultural practices. And town council came back and essentially said, don't bother writing them because they're not going to be enforceable. Because Townsend's a right to farm community and has a bylaw. So we kind of just kept it with this. Essentially, if we get any complaints in the future about their manure management and how they're doing it, then we have a document we can go back on and say, this is what we approved, is this what you're actually doing?
We have to take one of them and sign it, or
A motion.
just the motion?
Any other questions from my board members regarding this manure plan? Can I have a motion to approve 156 Barker Hill Road manure management plan?
I file a motion, 1.4, 156 Barker Hill Road Manure Management Plan to approve.
I'll second that.
Okay, any further discussions? None? Let's go, let's do, all in favor, say aye, may you please say aye? Aye.
Aye.
All in favor, unanimous. Thank you.
You have to write that down on one of them, save it.
We actually have a form that will be sent out to the owner, and then Rick, if there's any problems, would go out and do an inspection.
So it'll be on file in
Okay.
the Board of Health office.
All right.
Okay. Let's go to 1.5 warrant submission special town meeting article. So,
This is right here.
Oh,
It should be in chronological order.
yep, I got it.
so the Board of Health, contingent on its board members' approval, is proposing Board of Health warrant article submitted and received by Town Administrator on February 2nd, 2026. Article 10, to see if the town will vote to amend Chapter 104 of the Code of the Town of Townsend, revolving funds, Section 104/1F, authorized revolving funds by striking the existing revolving fund number 1, recycling, and inserting in place thereof the following revised revolving fund number 1, Board of Health, and to take any other action relative thereto. Revolving fund, Board of Health. Authority to spend, Board of Health. Revenue sources, all fees, charges, fines, penalties, cost recovery charges, and other receipts collected by or on behalf of the Board of Health in connection with the board's programs and activities, including, without limitation, receipts relating to public health, environmental health, permitting, licensing, inspections, re-inspections, enforcement, tobacco control, illegal dumping, hauling, solid waste, recycling administration, and non-criminal disposition fines imposed pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 40, Section 21D, provided, however, that receipts required by general or special law to be credited to another fund or otherwise treated as receipts reserved for appropriation shall not be credited to this revolving fund. Use of funds, operating and program costs of the Board of Health, including without limitation recycling center operations, public health, environmental health programs, permitting, licensing, administration, inspections, enforcement, education, outreach, supplies, equipment, training, and contractual services consistent with Mass General Law, Chapter 44, Sections 53E and a half.
Okay.
In other words, to put it in plain English, what we're doing is that instead of all the fines related to Board of Health, like tobacco and all these things, we, instead of going to the tax levy, all those funds we are proposing to go to the Board of Health's revolving fund in order to source funds for the recycling center. And why is this? Because as of this moment, the recycling center needs to acquire funds, and it is because we don't have the overflow bags that we used to have in the past. So, and because we need the part of those funds can help us to promote that the recycling center can be self-sufficient.
If I may, Christian?
Yep.
And also, the new contract that we have with Shaw's, we've lost the $6,000 credit with the new contract that we have with them. So you're looking at a $22,000 loss that you have at the recycling center, which is detrimental. Now, these are for fines, they're not for the permit fees, anything that has to do with the Board of Health permit fees, septic permit fees, food permit. It is for the tobacco fees. We had 2 fines that were $3,000. That would be very much useful in the recycling center where it is
Okay.
self-sufficient.
Yes.
In 2015, when we had the overflow bag contract come in, the town did vote for the overflow bag money to go to the recycling center. So it was already a town vote. And when we had this in plan, it was my understanding that we were supposed to get that money transferred back, but it just didn't happen. So we are looking for additional funds. The recycling center is self-sufficient, but losing $22,000 in 1 year is very detrimental. We cannot continue.
Plus, we're
We
also
can't.
paying Chanel for removal
Right.
of some of the,
Yes,
that's
and
the
that's
6,000.
the
we're talking
6,000,
about.
and then it was between 12 and 15,000 with the overflow bags that we were making in revenue.
Okay.
I'm
So,
sorry, say that again, 6,000 to 7,000 in overflow bags?
12 to 15,000
15, okay.
is what was coming into the recycling center every year,
Just in overflow bags.
just in overflow bags. Because that's what it was. We didn't have the pay-as-you-throw program, it was the overflow bags.
Yeah.
And the town did vote for them to go there, so hopefully they'll understand the predicament.
Then
If we don't.
you're saying like $3,000 last year in fines, maybe?
Well, that was just for 2 tobacco fines. If we're looking at illegal dumping, which is now gonna be coming up, we're now starting to really enforce the regulations, the hauler regulations that are up in June.
Legal transfer.
So those fines could transfer over to the recycling center. It's not gonna be a lot, but it would be helpful.
Any questions, comments?
Rick, do you have any questions on that? It has nothing to do with you, right?
Yeah, so you clarified, the only question I had was that it was just fines.
Okay,
so.
good, that's what I wanted to make sure that you were aware.
We're not gonna take your, your money.
Can we need a vote, correct? Or-
It would be good to have a vote. You had already submitted it to the town administrator. We had talked about it, so the board was aware of it, that it was happening. But if you'd like to have a motion for official, I think that would be great.
This is just put it on the warrant on.
Yes.
Yeah. So I file a,
Can I get a motion a motion to approve the warrant submission special town meeting article, Board of Health, submitted to the town administrator?
I file a motion to vote on the warrant submission special town meeting, the Board of Health warrant, including submitting and recovery by the town administrator. Chapter 104, revolving fund, authorizing revolving fund, and all fines and penalties to go.
Make a motion
towards
to put it on the
recycling.
article.
Yeah, you made a motion, all right, make a motion. You seconded it, all right.
Okay.
He's pointing, that's, I start reading the thing, I'm sorry. Okay, Take a vote.
Any further comments? No? All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Aye. Very well,
Did you say aye?
I said aye.
perfect. Now we go to 1.6 annual town report submission.
Now, as you will see here, you have the Neshoba Board of Health annual report, which has already been submitted, and then you also have the Health and Sanitation report, which is the Board of Health, your annual report. We have been floating this around. We have, through emails, making revisions. What I did want is Rick to see that 2 of the things that we had here were accessory dwelling units, this is on page 2, I'm sorry, on the back, second paragraph. Accessory dwelling units, ADU, were also introduced as state law, 3 permits were approved. Rick might want to give more information. It just seems a little vague to me. I think that,
Yeah, and I think according to, so Bob's got to report his numbers to the state because they're tracking all the information on the ADUs. So according to the state's website, it's 4. So I guess we just need to double check that. We might not have been involved in one as a septic permit, but more as a building department application for construction.
Okay.
Because the system may have been over-designed for what existed and they had additional capacity to add the bedroom. But yeah, I mean, we can,
would it be a good idea to say for more information, check the building inspector's annual report, where we have that for some of the things for the Neshoba Board?
yeah, we
report?
can do that, and, you know, I don't know kind of what you generally use the annual report to do, but, you know, if anybody has questions about ADUs or the requirements of ADUs, they can come and talk to me and Bob. People, you know, seem to.
Okay, for further
regularly.
information, please see Rick or the building inspector. Is that okay? Okay.
Yes.
And then, next paragraph, a regulation restricting styrofoam sales in Townsend was adopted. This goes into effect July 1st, 2026. Rick, do you want to add anything on that?
I'm assuming that you have the regulations posted online. So maybe
I will make sure that
just
they are
make sure they're
online.
posted and then reference that they can go to the Board of Health website to view the regulations.
Okay. Okay. And then what about COVID, RSV, or the flu? We're extremely high in 2025. For more
So
information.
you could talk to Jenna and she should be able to provide you with the numbers from the vaccination clinic.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So we still have to wait for these work.
Few tweaks. It's okay. Anything else?
Any
Quick
comments?
question. Restricting styrofoam.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a fine if somebody does sell styrofoam?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And that would be going
To
I
the,
figured we did, I just thought I'd
Now,
ask.
clarification. McNabb's, not McNabb's, I'm sorry, Hannaford's
Uh-huh.
still is gonna have styrofoam there. Are they restricted now too? They
So-
can't even sell it there? Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, there are some exemptions if I remember right, so
That's
they
what I
can have the packaging.
if it is
The meat,
frozen,
right?
Yeah.
if it is frozen, for example, microwave frozen, that's a different story. But having like giving regular containers of food,
No, that,
Yeah,
prepared
but-
food I
But
get,
styrofoam plates
on
and
the
cups
shelf.
and stuff, no.
but they won't sell the styrofoam cups or anything.
Yeah, so the only things that they can sell with styrofoam are prepackaged and the meats, that's.
And then in the meats, okay, so that's the exception.
Rick and I are gonna send out a reminder letter,
Yeah, I think we
probably.
had talked about
Yeah.
either March or April.
March or April, that's next
They're gonna
month.
have a sale
Reminder.
at the end of June.
Yeah.
Styrofoam.
so
Rid of all the
regarding our, is to be continued, then the Board of Health 2025 year
We can continue
annual report,
this for
that's continued.
2/23, but we
Yes,
have to have it done by 2/23.
yes.
It has to be done. Okay.
And once we have it done, it's my interest to have it published on the website, if possible.
Yes, we can do that.
And we have the Neshoba Associated Boards of Health, which we contract for other services that we have here. So just briefly, in 2095, the Neshoba Associated Board of Health continued to advance regional public health through the ongoing support of two key grants, the Public Health Excellence Grant and the Contract Tracing and Case Investigation Grant. They also continue with the food service licensing and inspections, which it says here that they done 61, correct? So for Townsend. And one recreational permitting and inspections. And housing and nuisance investigations there have been 51. And communicable deceased number of cases investigated, which is, can somebody read that for me?
Rick, do you wanna
If I
read
can grab
those?
it, yeah,
You're probably gonna be a lot better with those than I am. The big kicker is, look at the influenza, 143.
We are on the second page back on communicable deceased number of cases investigated.
Okay.
I think it's
Yeah,
babesiosis.
babesiosis, campylobacteriosis is 2, cryptosporidiosis is 1, group A streptococcus is 2, human granulocytic anaplasmosis is 3, influenza 143, malaria 1, novel coronavirus 52, pertussis 1, Powassan virus infection 1, salmonellosis is 2, and streptococcus pneumonia is 1.
Is this just in Townsend or is this?
Yes.
This
Yes,
is just
in
in Townsend
Townsend.
now.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is like the nursing stuff that you guys don't really see, but we're required to take care of, at least some of it. So there's a Mass Department of Public Health database, it's called Maven, and so they have to report all this information into Maven, and they keep it updated when they're following through with the different cases.
And who's that, the primary doctors?
Our public health nurse.
Nurse?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the towns in the Neshoba district fall into a low-risk TB category as defined by by MDPH. Other things going on here, the promoting education and advocacy related to harm reduction, treatment, and the stigmatization of substance use disorder. So there's been a few services that that the Neshoba Board of Health has been providing to us, and we are very grateful for all the services that they provide to us. So can we have this also published in the website so that the people can see? For more information, we're gonna place the annual town report submission by the Neshoba Board of Health.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Did we already go through this?
yes.
Are you gonna be in the office tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay, I will not.
I thought that bounced
So
around.
there's a notice, it's on the website, it's on the door, and it's on the voicemail that you will be there.
All right, you want me to check messages for you?
If you want. Yeah, there isn't any on there right now.
Okay.
You have the password and Janet's also out, so hopefully it'll be.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you,
See
Rick.
you
All right, you have a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
So we go to 1.7, outstanding action, restaurant businesses, residential, other. We don't have any follow-ups that we are aware of, correct? So time capsule contributions, that's going to be continued on our next meeting on March 9th, 2025.
Oh, 2026.
26. Okay. Now, they'll lead us to work session, pay as you throw, fiscal year 2027 budget review. So it is upon the consideration of the Board of Health, I have presented to you a budget, the budget for the Solid Waste and Recycling Enterprise Fund, in which I will zoom to the people so that the people can see the numbers that we have, that we presented. We are presenting a fiscal year 2027 proposed budget. I will go through that. I will go through the monthly projections then. And then I'll go page by page. TCAB, if you can let me know when I can use the camera, the share.
It's available to you.
Thank you.
Is it gonna show up there on the screen?
Yes, but I'm looking. Just give me one moment. I'm not. Okay. So let's go, we're gonna start on the projections. Let me look for the projections. Okay. No, actually, we're gonna start with the actuals and estimates. Actuals and estimates. Okay, it's gonna be this one. Page one, first, second, third.
Okay. That to come through on the screen for the,
Yeah, that's, okay.
Is there anybody on there? I didn't ask.
There was a person that was on earlier and I couldn't see who it was, but they're not on anymore. Don Hayes is on, who's that?
I just figured rather than.
Okay, can you see right now the estimates
There we go.
versus actuals?
Excellent.
Okay, so for actuals, for the sticker revenues, we have, the actuals has been $276,459.50. And we had estimated $225,000. And that gives us a net of $51,459.50. And we have more sticker revenue than estimated, which includes the $5,000 allocated for low income. For the bag revenues, we have for actuals $196,996. And we had estimated $180,000, giving us a net revenue of $16,996. We have exceeded the estimated bag revenues. For the Pay As You Throw grant, the actual was $21,822.62, and we had estimated $31,000. Giving us that's a negative, correct?
Yes.
Negative $9,177.38, which we estimate that we estimated half of the estimated max allowance, but recapture less, and we will recapture more on the fiscal year 2027. And the stabilization offset, the actual, the town approved the use of $160,000, and that was actuals and estimate, and this is one-time funding to launch the program, giving us a subtotal of the actuals of $655,278 with 2 cents at 12 cents, excuse me. Estimating $596,000, giving us a net of $59,278 with 12 cents that we have which we have collected more revenue overall than the one that was anticipated. And then we have here the J.W. Shaw contract. The actual has been $275,660, and we had estimated $275,660, which there hasn't been any change. However, the actual tonnage has been 46,784.85. And we had estimated 47,670 tons, which is 885.15. We are disposing of less trash than estimate. Actual versus estimate tonnage is below, I will get through that. The tonnage for recycling, we had, the actuals has been $24,223.75, and we have estimated $36,800, giving us a net worth of $12,576.25, which we are disposing of less recycling than estimated. Actual versus estimated tonnage is below. The administrative stipend, the actual was $1,500 and the estimated $1,500. Receptacle stickers, the actual has been $6,207.06. We had estimated $6,000, giving us a negative $207.06. Since we had more participants than estimated, we needed to order additional stickers. Other expenses, $1,025. We had actual, and we had estimated $4,324, with a net of $3,298.50, which we have had fewer other expenses than estimated. The low income assistance, $5,000. There's no change with that. Unforeseen excess, we estimated $8,750, with the net of $8,750. We have not had no unforeseen expenses for this year, giving us a subtotal of direct cost $360,401.16, and it was estimated $385,704. Giving us a net worth of $25,302.84, which we have spent less than anticipated. And the indirect cost of $16,351. This amount was transferred in full to the operating account in December of 2025. Down below, net plus minus 7 months, the actual $278,525.96, and it was estimated $193,945, giving us a net of $84,580.96. As of January 31st, the excess resulting from higher than estimated revenues and lower than estimated expenses, which down below is the trash tons, 445.57, and we had estimated 454, which is minus 8.43 of our actual trash tonnage, which is lower than the estimated. And the recycling tons, which is 193.79, we had estimated 294.4. 100.61 was our actual recycling tonnage, which is lower than the estimated. And the participants of the household has been 2,253 people, and we had estimated 1,800. So we had over 453 people that participated more on the program. So basically, anticipated access for fiscal year 2026 year-to-year data collected. Actual from July 2025 to January 2026, the excess was $84,580.96 as calculated above. Estimated bag revenue excess February, July, $1,800,000. Based on the data, we are averaging $2,800 a month in excess bag revenue. Pay for prior months, final fiscal year 2026 payment made in July. Estimated trash tonnage excess from February to July, $1,320. Based on data collected that we have averaging $220 a month on the budget on trash tonnage. Pay for prior months, final fiscal year 26 payment made in July. The recycling tonnage, February to June, $18,600. Based on data collected, we have averaged $3,100 a month on the budget for recycling tonnage. Pay for prior month, final fiscal year payment made in July. Other expenses, we do not anticipate additional expenses. Unforeseen excess February, June, $6,025,250. We do not anticipate unforeseen expenses. So the estimated excess funds for 2026 is $128,750 with 96 cents. Used portion of offset expenses, $60,000. Which see the projections, and the estimated risk reserve for the future use will be $68,750 with 96 cents. That is from the estimates, and then we're going to start with the budget projections. Let me see.
Are you following along okay?
It seemed like there was a second page that I didn't see.
There's a
Okay.
package.
Okay.
Okay, so here we have the projections here. The projections since July, the $60,000 from our starting funds. Then we can see August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, and July. These are the projections. We have here right now for the pay-as-you-throw receipts, which is the income from the bags, $32,000 per month. That will give us a total of income for fiscal year 2027, $384,000. User fees, we are proposing for the next fiscal year to raise from $125 to $150 the sticker program, since we don't have the free cash, right? And our goal is for the program to be self-sufficient, right? So the feedbacks are going to stay the same, but we are proposing to raise to an additional $25 on the sticker, which is $150, estimating 2,200 households. So we are estimating that we will receive from the stickers $330,000 from the program, from the people who would engage in the participating in the program, and the pay-as-you-throw grant funds with a maximum left on the grant of $23,237. Then we have here the direct cost, which is the contract for with Shaw's. We have from August until July, which is $41,112.50. Totally for the fiscal year 2027, $493,350. You can see the amount of the estimated tonnage, the estimated trash tonnage, the estimated tonnage for the recycling, the administrative stipend, which is $4,800 paid monthly, will be $400. The creation of the stickers, $6,500. Other expenses, the mailing, education, etc., $7,447. And the low income assistance program, we raised it for $7,500. And we have placed for the extra or the unseen $1,250 a month. You can see on this column, which says here fiscal 2027, are the last numbers here. So the increase for the sticker will be $150 for single family, $225 for two family, and $325 for a three family household. The bags are going to remain the same. We're not going to raise the price of the bags. There's no change with the fees of the bags.
There was the increase.
Huh?
But there was the increase that we're absorbing. The bags increase that we're absorbing. So actually, the bags almost went down if you think about it.
Yes.
Revenue.
So these are the numbers for the fiscal year 2027 monthly projections. I know that we wanted numbers, so I think we have kind of a more defined. I don't know if we have any questions or comments about that.
What did we have this year for unforeseen extras?
We haven't.
We haven't had any, so we're budgeting $15,000 next year for unforeseen.
Keeping it in case.
Keep it in case, all right. We don't spend it, it rolls to the following year, maybe we can discount things. Okay.
And we need to do these projections because of the type of account that we are.
Well, I wanted to ask, because we projected 5,000 for low income this year. And then in the end, Kim Craven ended up giving us the 5,000, she collected it. So we have it as a loss, but that actually is a revenue, was it not? Did I misunderstand?
Let me see.
No, it's
For TEO, she,
I don't see it as a loss.
Well, no,
I see it as
we
a
have
loss.
estimated 5,000 last year, ended up,
Yes.
and that's we got the full money. This year, we're estimating 7,500.
Yes, but because low-income assistance, we're gonna offset 50% of the sticker fees
50%.
for next year.
Okay,
And this year, we had 53 low-income participants.
okay.
And we're budgeted to increase this number as high as 100. So that's why we need
But we didn't give them
7,500.
50% off this year, did we?
We did not.
We absorbed, we absorbed the complete cost, so this year.
Are
when
you
we-
sure? I thought
We're gonna check on that.
TEO wrote a
We're
check.
gonna check on
for
it.
the
I don't
5,000.
have TEO's last balance sheet, so
Okay, all right,
I
all
can't
right.
give you that. And that's why this is a
Maybe
little
I
bit
misunderstood.
of a draft. I don't
Yeah.
have their last
Okay.
accounting, so.
All right.
But this is just a projection so that this is like a map that we have moving forward on what we're having and what we're gonna monitor for the next months or so, because that's the responsibility that we have to monitor that these numbers go in accord with what the reality is happening month by month.
Okay.
That's why on the second meeting of the month, we have to talk about the enterprise account and what's coming in, what's coming out,
On the
what,
23rd of this month, is that?
on the second Monday of each month, is gonna be included in the agendas,
Right.
to talk about, on the second meeting of each month, we're gonna talk about, there's gonna be a area that we're gonna talk about the pay as you throw program, where we at,
All right.
as our way of monitoring where the
So
money
it'll
is.
be on the agenda for the first meeting of the month.
Second meeting of the
Second
month.
meeting of the month.
Second meeting,
So the fourth week of the month.
yes.
And,
That was my head going, oh. So, all right.
okay, let me
Can we go
see.
home?
And I don't wanna, let me see here. So we had the projection.
You went through all this already.
Yeah, don't
because
read it
that's
again, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump.
What you went through.
Okay, and we already have the criteria for the towns, for the application for low income assistance.
Which is in your package if you see it.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna show I'm not gonna show for this moment the guidelines,
All right, so-
because I want our board members to go over, because as part of the whole package of the budget, that is part of it, and I want you to go over it. And if you have any questions or any comments on what to change or not, let's talk about it, about the low income assistance program, which is that,
It's right here. Qualified applicants will meet all of the following criteria. It's right on the first page of the guidelines, last paragraph. What are the guidelines for approval? Household income not to exceed 60% of the estimated state median income for household size as established by the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. Household is currently receiving another form of state or federal assistance such as SNAP, WIC, Mass Health, school lunch programs, fuel assistance, disability, or veterans benefits. Applicant provides a complete signed application for processing together with all supporting documentation. And they will do that through the Board of Health office.
and the only difference is that this year, the stickers will be mailed.
It will be mailed.
It will be mailed, people, it will be mailed. You don't have to come. It will be mailed.
All right.
So we will be able, people will still be able to come into the town hall and sign up. You can mail in a check. Most people are probably gonna sign up online as they did
Okay,
this
so
year.
the way of the future of this planet. But if they wanted to see you and come in and visit, they can, okay. And get a sticker live in person, which I think we're all kind of getting sick of AI, talking to computers. So it's nice to have a face to talk to. Okay.
So, do we have any other questions? Because we need to vote on this budget.
You don't wanna vote on it right now. I would wait.
We'll wait.
Do you wanna vote on it tonight? You do wanna vote on it tonight. Okay, Dawn's
I
gonna-
just want to come up because I have a couple of questions on
Yep.
on the budget, especially with two things. This year, we're going to be purchasing the stickers for next year in this fiscal year. So it's an expense associated with next year, but you're really into this year. Does that become an expense that we should be looking at in the current year, so you're prepared to have those out and delivered to people before July 1st?
That's a good question. Let me look on that. I can't answer that right now.
Catching that, yeah.
So, let me,
So there's extra money right now, and it is an expense, but you have to be prepared for that
Yeah.
July 1st date for
I
pickup.
wish I had my computer because I
Yeah.
could probably, but I can tell you that definitely tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and then the other one would be especially with the mailing, and it's now gonna be more expensive at 2,000 people and 80 cents a letter.
It is
Going out.
factored in there. That's why you see the $7,447, I believe it was.
Okay,
So,
I just didn't.
Yeah,
pick it up.
we definitely factored that in. Stickers are gonna be a little smaller than they are this year, so it's
Okay.
gonna save us a little bit of money too.
Okay.
And they're gonna be purple. Not supposed to say
Yeah.
that.
Okay, and so totally replace what's on our current barrels with the new ones? Okay, especially if
Or
somebody new-
mailboxes.
Yeah, or mailboxes, yeah. I've seen a lot of that around. So, that was it, I just wanted to make sure we were looking at expenses that we might incur this
Yes,
year.
I'm fairly,
but I think that with the sticker, the expense with the sticker, that's not gonna be, I don't think that should be an issue for us to sit down and approve
I have to look at that though. This is an enterprise fund, so it's very new to me. I just want to make sure about that.
Right.
The other
Yeah,
thing,
okay,
We'll
yeah,
be
I mean-
ordering them this year,
Right,
but do you charge it as an expense next year? I completely understand what you're saying.
yeah, that's all. It's kind of, and I think you can, I think it is because it's an enterprise fund that you don't have to incur all costs within the year, because you have to be prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of
And
like
that's
so.
something that I.
yeah, the other thing that we didn't anticipate was the cost of the bags go up every year. They have a whole
Oh,
thing
okay.
calculated,
Yeah.
so our revenue is dropping.
Okay, so that's why the price
We were
isn't changing.
hoping to reduce costs.
Right,
too.
I believe they went up like 14
Stop saying that.
cents a
We were
bag.
hoping.
Yeah.
So
So-
it was
so it was
14
like
cents a
40
bag.
Yeah,
They
so it
went
was
up,
41 before or something, 41 cents a bag before?
The big bags were,
For the-
Plus or
well, the
minus.
cost
Yeah,
was
and
21
they went up,
so-
they went up 24 cents,
Yeah.
right? Wasn't it 24
Yeah,
cents?
something like
Yeah.
Right, which,
Ouch.
okay.
I have, we're gonna have a report on all this at the end of the
Mhm.
month for you.
Yeah, okay.
Is exactly how many bags we sold last year, how many small, how many large.
Yeah, I was gonna say this, just so you know, the finance committee is very interested in this, making sure it's a program that's gonna go, so we've been watching it, so.
Okay,
And
thank
the
you.
tonnage being lower and all that, it's kind of like, so.
Yeah.
As it goes, this is gonna come, it's gonna be a financial article somewhere on the special town meeting or the annual town meeting,
Okay,
and so.
All right.
kinda- That's why I wanted to get the first-hand information and
all right,
bring it back if
okay.
necessary, so.
So let me ask to the board members, do we want to wait for that little tricky number on the sticker, just to confirm Carla and I? Or do you want to proceed to vote on the current budget that I presented to you?
Is it gonna make a difference to the board members whether it's an expense this year or next year? I think that's the key factor there.
Yeah.
We don't wanna hold something up because of something that.
Either way, we're gonna go into the next year with an expense that's gonna be paid this year. So at the end of the day, we've got a little bit of cushion there. I don't know if it's gonna cover that or
Oh, you
not.
have enough cushion.
Yeah,
Okay,
I saw enough cushion, and again, the projections show what happens financially. And we get the invoice for June, and we actually pay it in FY '28.
Right.
And so you've carried out that other showing that there's gonna be a deferral.
so in the
deferred
theory,
amount.
we're gonna have more revenue next year than
Right.
this year because we prepaid one of the big invoices. But then again, the same thing's gonna happen in 2027. So I think it's something we're just gonna have to,
As it's a program that is continuing, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like that's just going to be how it is, you're ready to go in advance, there's a couple of expenses up front to
Yeah.
make sure that stickers are there and mailings can happen.
all right.
Can I get a motion to approve the pay-as-you-throw fiscal year 2027 budget review?
I want to present, you want to do this? Already. I was thinking he was calling, so. We want to present a motion to approve the 2027 fiscal budget
Review.
review.
A second now.
Okay, so, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Unanimous.
Excellent.
It's been approved.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Thank you.
And if you want to make it easy, say so moved.
So moved.
So moved.
All right.
It's been
They're learning, come on. How
I
many
know.
years have you been on the finance committee?
too many.
Seriously?
8, 9? I don't remember. Yeah. I was just a member for a long time. And I think I've been
Oh, okay.
chairperson for 5.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's,
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you very much, Don.
thank you.
Thank you, Don.
So Carla, once the budget, we already approved the budget, so it is to present it to the select board, correct?
Yes, we do have to talk to Adam. There was a little point that we need to make sure that the correspondence is all correct. So I just want to make sure that that's correct. And I'll send out an email tomorrow letting the board know what the directive is with the open meeting law violations not being violated.
Do we get?
Well, I can't send the three of you a message.
Oh,
but
it has
I-
to
Yeah,
be
so
separately.
we'll, because you just need to know about the expenses, so I think I can just call you and let you know that. You've already voted on it, you know that it's an expense. I think it's more of an informational thing.
Because what I was thinking is that if we,
If I may, on that, if you blind CC everybody, they can't communicate to it. It's a one-way communication out.
Perfect, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
so
Line CC.
once, I don't know if once we present to this, now we have approved the budget, how do we proceed to put it on the website?
Well, I gotta talk to Kieran about that, the town administrator interim. Because I think it really goes into their package for the warrant, doesn't it, Don? Don't they do a whole package? I mean, we could put it on the website.
I just
Tell
doing
us we
it,
can't.
I'm just doing it for transparency, I mean, I want the people to see that what we are talking is
I'd be
what,
more than happy to put all of this on the website. It is a public document now that you've discussed it. All of these documents are going to go to the town clerk with the minutes. That's the procedure, so I don't have a problem putting this on the website if you want. Okay,
I mean, should we make it public?
Draft.
and I'm sorry?
Uh,
And mark it as a draft,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
Kind of like until it's approved.
All right.
Okay, and that's,
You think
yes,
that's what
that
people
would be
want?
helpful.
Think that's what the people want?
Well, I think that people want to know what,
Do. Are you asking for trouble though, more than it's worth?
Yeah, that's a good argument.
well,
You
the
wanna pick it
thing,
to pieces and it's not even approved yet, so.
well, the thing is that the people, at least since I've been chair in this, in the Board of Health, I want the people to see what we have in our hands, right? We publish the contract in most of our presentations and when we talk about, we have published it because we want the people to see and to know that we don't have, I mean, it's the people's money too.
No,
No, I
you're
get
right.
you, I get you.
It's the people's money, it's my money too, because I, as a citizen, you both as citizens,
I get what you're saying, she's gonna get inundated with calls, I think.
We'll see.
Okay,
so I
I
think,
can handle it.
so, I think that we should
Careful what you
then,
ask for.
we should then publish it on the Board of Health website and have the people.
Draft.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, minutes, we have minutes.
Of November 10th, woo! Getting there, buddy, getting there.
Let's review it.
It's right here,
Oh,
one page, you should have it,
I have it here.
you should.
Let's choose yours.
Did we get rid of it already?
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. November 10th. So we're that far behind. Why don't you just give us 2 or 3?
I just get one done, it's killing me.
Alright.
With everything that's gone on with this budget, just now that we've got the numbers
Okay.
input in, I'm 95% sure that in March it'll be all cut out. You only have two, we only
So
have
there's
one
the
in
minutes.
December and one in January, so we're only two.
Oh, okay, we're only two
We're
behind.
only two behind.
Okay, let me know when you're ready for,
Should have a motion for that too.
can I get a motion to approve the minutes
What
for
was I supposed to say?
November?
Make a motion to approve.
No, he said, say ditto,
No,
so moved. And
I make a
then
motion to approve the minutes from
So
November
moved.
10th.
I second that.
Second that motion, would you?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Very well.
So moved didn't work. It didn't-
Okay.
Can we use it once in a meeting?
Invoices.
Really?
Yeah.
You have your normal AT&T monthly bill, $45.25. Staples coming out of RDP grant money for toners, working on the flyer, so it's been a little tough. Speaking of tough, Top Stuff Recycling, also coming out of our RDP grant, $990 for disposal of the mattresses. GW Shar and Son Trash and Recycling, monthly was $57,850.95. Western and Sampson has their first landfill engineering, that's probably the fall sampling, at $1,247.10. Staples has two, I believe that is toilet paper or paper towels for the recycling center, which comes under general revolving for $8.71. You have Carla Walter for the general revolving, $143, and that is for, just want to make sure I get the right, it's something to do with the cameras down there.
What happened with the cameras then?
Cameras are doing well, we'll talk about that later. We're not gonna do it in an open meeting. Because of security reasons.
Yep.
It's for the needles. I needed the kiosk for the needles, the gallon containers. So it comes out of Betty Mills and I have to use my debit card to do that. So that was $143. GW Shar and Son, again, this would have been part of our 6,000, but they removed the bulky last month, which was $426.80. Unitil Landfill Energy's gone back down at $250.50.
Is that what's going on?
Hafters did fill up the containers for $728.08. And Capital Landfill is taking away the, they're actually installing the new tanks. So it's costing us $120 for the tanks,
The propane?
the tanks themselves. And then it was $728 for a setup fee and then filling them. But they filled both the tanks, so we should be good.
All right.
We should be good with that. And again, went to the Capitol for the changing out of the tanks, because I think that is what we should do. So there is your warrant.
Review it.
Did you see Brownie and Julie yesterday at the Super Bowl?
I didn't.
Yeah,
Did
they
you
were
see?
actually on TV and interviewed for a split sec.
Are you
They
kidding
said
me?
their names are from New Hampshire, yeah.
Are we signing this?
You can sign it if you want. Anyone can sign it.
All right.
It's okay. Christian's having a heart attack. He's not signing it.
And my wife said, boy, there's a lot of money in trash. It was like 20 grand for two people to go.
Well, they probably got that for,
Oh, no, I know. They've worked hard for them, and God bless them.
yeah.
So,
Okay. So let's go to the annual educational flyer for the Pay As You Throw program.
So you will see, you have a very nice colorful flyer right here. Okay, we've gone around and around about it.
Yes.
The only thing that I know we're gonna take out is in the middle section where it says, starting July 1st, 2026, new prices, reminders will be in your next tax bill. We're taking that out, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna send a flyer out versus an invoice, and the flyer will go out to everybody. So whether they're in the program or not, they'll get the flyer. It's not an invoice, we don't have to keep track of the invoice numbers. Hey, it's here, sign up. You don't sign up, you don't get a sticker, you don't get your trash. So that should be there. I'm a little uncertain about putting the purple bag prices in, whereas you voted on this. I think that that's now okay, because you have the budget presented does have the bags at no reduced or increased cost. So we could do that. It's important that we get this out because we haven't done it in a while, and also because it's got the recycling center schedule on the back, and that is so good.
Yeah,
People need this,
okay.
okay? So, and this comes from the RDP grant, it doesn't come from the pay-as-you-throw enterprise account. I have money in the grant. So if it pleases the board to make a motion to approve the annual flyer.
Can I get a motion to approve the 2026 new information flyer for the pay-as-you-throw program?
I second that.
You have to motion it.
A motion to second.
You're making a
I'm
motion.
making a okay. I'm making a, I thought he called it.
I'll make a motion to approve the recycling flyer.
And I second that.
Okay, all in favor say aye? Aye. Very well.
What do you do when I'm not here? It takes
Did
three of us.
you see my
Make a
little
motion.
thing down here? Renting a dumpster can be more expensive than the pay-as-you-throw program.
Oh,
Check the bags.
yeah.
Did you see
I
that?
saw that.
Yeah. I didn't say it is. Notice the word can be, just like Cheerios.
And
Cheerios can reduce your cholesterol.
Maybe.
I can't.
Can.
Not that-
The other thing that you have in your package of flyers is again, coming from the pay-as-you-throw grant money, not pay-as-you-throw, the RDP grant money. I would like this letter to go out to all property owners, and it is reiterating that if you have a dumpster, you just can't throw all your recycling in the dumpster. Talk about the people that we.
Residential.
Residential, yes.
Yep.
And it even is for businesses. It's anyone who has a dumpster, you're not supposed to, but it would be prudent to send this out now, even, well, I'll change the date from January to February. But, and then again, the bold letters on the bottom in red, perhaps it's time to look at the pay-as-you-throw annual sticker program. Recycling is unlimited and you do not have to sort. Because people think when they get their dumpster, oh, I'm just gonna throw everything in there. I don't have to recycle. And that's not the case. And we can't set a precedence by cherry picking people that we see. We need to have more education.
All right, fair enough.
I think the education is the key. I can't drive around and police everyone.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that I drive a certain route, so I
What
see
does
people
Glenn
more
do
than
for
others.
them? Does he give them a
He gives
recycle
them,
bin?
he does, and if they need another one, he charges them an additional amount of money for a bigger one than what he's allowed. He only has to give them a 64 gallon.
All right.
He doesn't, that's part of our hauler regulations.
All right.
But I think that it would be well worth the $2,000 to send this out, especially where it's coming up.
Be interesting to send it out and then calculate how many new customers, if we break even or not, if it brings.
The other information that I found was very helpful is the hauler regulations tell us that the haulers have to provide a list of how many people they are servicing.
Okay, all right.
So we can take the number of stickers that we have, and then the haulers, and the number of private people, and that should equal 3,000 households.
Yeah.
Can I get a motion to approve the mailing of the letter for the use of the recycling and dumpster regulations?
I'll make a motion.
If you make a motion, I second that.
Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye, very well. We're approved.
Oh, like my head's spinning.
You do not have the DEP letter, but you two have it.
Yes.
And the reason why you don't
starting to
have
read
it is
that.
because Rick has it, because I wanted Rick to speak about it.
Let's leave it for the next,
That's fine, well, what you can do is, if you don't mind, This was given to the Board of Health for information purposes. The Board of Health has no jurisdiction with the Water Department. They report directly to the DEP.
But that's good information, I started reading it.
It's, okay, so if you take this, I printed it out.
I'm not
I
gonna
think
drink the
Christian,
water.
when you want to read it, but it's just informational purposes for you.
Yeah,
Christian thought it was important to share with the board members.
thank you, yes.
Okay.
Lead and copper. Oh, you got two.
Okay. 1.14, we are presenting, as you know, that the enterprise account is new to us. I propose to appoint Carla Walters, Board of Health Administrator, as the enterprise administrator for the Solid Waste Enterprise Fund for fiscal year 2027. Further, that the administrator shall, under the direction of the Board of Health, be responsible for the daily management, financial tracking, and operational oversight of the funds in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 44, Section 53, F and a half. Further, that in consideration for these services, the administrator shall receive a stipend payable monthly from the revenues of the enterprise fund in the amount of $400 for the fiscal year 27, contingent upon town meeting budget approval. So, we are delegating this work for Carla. However, is the Board of Health, it's the Board of Health authority to make any decisions or any recommendations based on the information that is brought to us regarding the enterprise account. I think that having her managing those numbers will make our work a little bit more easier, and for us to make wisely decisions on the benefit of the town of Townsend. Any questions about that?
No.
Can I get a motion to,
I'll make a motion to appoint Carla Walters as pay-as-you-throw enterprise fund administrator.
I second that.
all in favor, say aye?
Aye.
Aye, very well.
Do you want to keep one of these copies?
I have the original, it's just
You
in
do?
my office
Okay.
because Rick didn't grab his copy.
You still have your one?
Our
need
next
one?
meetings are the 23rd of February and the 9th of March. The 9th of March, we're gonna start talking about Earth Day and the town-wide cleanup.
And I think we should think about where the Board of Health is going to do its cleaning. I remember last year, we went on Fitchburg Road, the chairman and the
It was a mess.
and the
in
vice
your
chairman.
Well, once we put up, it might be better to have everyone choose, and then at the last minute, you look at where the
Yes.
areas are that aren't picked.
Yeah.
And then say, okay, this road we know is bad, we're not gonna pick it.
Did
Right,
the-
Todd? And don't be giving the, I've got my knee, I'm not gonna be able to go out and pick. I can see it in your head right now.
In Common Road.
But we started it last year, right? We started it last year, so I think we should continue on doing it and give the example to the community, right? To,
It's already registered in the
Yeah.
Keep America Beautiful,
Okay.
so,
Did remember the prisoners were gonna come out and do?
I'm gonna start working on that because
Okay.
we couldn't get them last time, so
I
I'm gonna
didn't
work
see
with.
them, that's why I was asking.
No, they just, I couldn't reach, the woman was really excited, she gave me a number and then it was just a number to nowhere.
Maybe
It was a
talk to
little.
Rick Metcalf.
It wasn't Rick, it was Karen Clement
Right,
who
but he
told
knows
us.
who to call and he drives the van sometimes and
Rick
volunteers.
Metcalf?
Yeah, he worked, not Rick
Cassini.
Metcalf, Cassini, sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm not Rick, yeah, Cassini. So, but yeah, I'll ask him, he's a member of our lodge, I'll ask him.
That'd be great.
Because they redid the little schoolhouse out front, he
Okay.
brought them in, they.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
good. I mean, like I said, now that we've got the hump over and all this information is documented and it's in a spreadsheet, things should start to slow down. With the weather, we don't have a lot of the permits, obviously, you can see from the agenda.
Yeah.
Ground's just too frozen, so it gives us a little bit of time.
And we have to wait for the snow to melt for cleanup day.
Yeah, Oh,
Yes.
We're getting more snow tonight. Oh, no, tomorrow night.
Is it tomorrow night?
That's what it
Okay,
said,
good.
into Wednesday. It's gonna
Okay.
ruin your Wednesday.
All right, well, I'm not in the office, by the way, tomorrow, if you don't remember that. Rick will be there, it's on the website, it's on my door, and it's on the voicemail.
Well, he's only there for 2 hours, right?
1 to 2, but still.
Oh, 1 to 2, 1 hour.
If I say the office is closed, I'm like, "Ooh," it's like,
He
no,
gets
Rick
here
will be
early because I
here.
stopped by lunch one day and he was here. Okay, sorry.
Okay, can I get a motion to adjourn tonight's order? Oh, before we adjourn, any questions, any comments before we adjourn tonight's meeting?
Are you on the hunt for another person to work at the recycle center?
Yes. Yes, because Travis, I think, has given up on us.
Okay.
Gosh, this was too difficult.
We'll discuss or something.
He was a scout.
Callie did say she was gonna call him today, though.
Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay, do we have a motion to adjourn on the
Can
table?
I have a motion to adjourn, without any comments? To have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
I call a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. Very well, meeting adjourned at 7:20 PM. Thank you very much, people.